Welcome to this explainer. Geography usually dictates logic, right? But on the North African coast, there are two cities that completely defy traditional borders. Today, we're going to dive deep into the geopolitical anomaly of Ceuta and Melilla. We'll be exploring their geography, their centuries-old history, and the intense diplomatic debate over their legal status. So let's jump right in.
It's honestly a striking geographical paradox. We are looking at two highly strategic cities situated squarely on the northern coast of Morocco, right on the Mediterranean Sea, and yet they are entirely under Spanish control. I mean, how does a European nation maintain sovereignty over territories bordered entirely by Africa and the sea? Well, the answer to that lies in a pretty complex web of geography and history.
Part 1. The Strategic Gateways. Geographical Realities.
So let's look at where they actually are. Ceuta sits on this highly strategic peninsula overlooking the Strait of Gibraltar. It's literally just 14 kilometers away from the southernmost tip of Spain. It basically guards the narrowest entrance to the Mediterranean. Melilla, on the other hand, is nestled further east in the Rif region. It's deeply embedded right inside the Mediterranean basin, just adjacent to the Moroccan province of Nador. Both of these places hold incredible strategic value. They act as vital physical and economic gateways between two massive continents.
Part 2. An Era of Expansion, Tracing the Centuries.
Now, to understand how this happened, we have to go back. Way back. This whole spatial reality was forged over half a millennium ago, during a massive era of expansion. Right around 1415, Portugal actually took control of Ceuta. Then, decades later, in 1497, Spain occupied Melilla. This was part of those broader expansionist campaigns that kicked off immediately after the fall of Andalusia. And finally, during the Iberian Union in 1580, which, if you remember, temporarily united the crowns of Spain and Portugal, Ceuta was officially transferred to the Spanish crown. And Spain has governed these territories ever since. It's pretty wild to think about.
Part 3. The official Moroccan position, sovereignty and diplomacy.
Okay, so let's bridge that historical timeline to the present day, because doing so reveals a stark diplomatic divide. The Kingdom of Morocco maintains a very unwavering official and popular stance here. They consider Ceuta, Melilla, alongside the Chafarinas Islands and the Badis Rock, as occupied Moroccan lands. Morocco consistently demands dialogue to achieve total territorial integrity through political negotiation. In fact, the Moroccan government officially treats this whole situation as a United Nations decolonization and liberation issue. They've firmly embedded this perspective right into their national and political literature.
The core of that Moroccan argument is simple but absolute. It boils down to this: history and geography prove their inseparability from Moroccan lands. From Rabat's perspective, the actual physical attachment to the African continent, plus the pre-15th century historical context, dictates that these enclaves just cannot legitimately be severed from the rest of the nation. It's an argument rooted entirely in the physical and historical continuity of the land itself.
Part 4. The human connection, demographic and social ties.
But hey, beyond all the political stances and lines drawn on a map, we have to remember these enclaves are living, breathing communities. A highly significant percentage of the population in both Ceuta and Melilla is actually of Moroccan and Muslim origin. So, despite the strict jurisdictions separating these cities from Morocco, the people living inside them share unbreakable familial, cultural, and economic bonds with the adjacent Moroccan communities right next door. The shared heritage, it simply doesn't stop at the Spanish checkpoint. So, where does this leave us? We have steadfast historical administration by Spain, unyielding diplomatic demands from Morocco, and these deeply intertwined communities living on the ground. The path forward is absolutely anything but simple. It really is a striking reminder that borders are rarely just lines drawn on a map, right? They are complex realities shaped by the past and lived by everyday people. So I'll leave you with this to ponder. With ongoing diplomatic demands and such deep historical ties, what exactly is the future of these two strategic cities?